Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and today we're taking a look at the best Android applications for January 2020. Now I've also done a video on the top Android games of January, and that's going to be linked in the description down below, so if you're into applications or if you're into games, there's a video for you linked in the description down below. So first up then we have the Abstract Icon Pack. Now this is one of the more unique icon packs out there, and it is pretty damn new, and that's why there's not really a ton of icons that are currently skinned at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame. But the icons that are skinned do look really nice. Now they fit into basically different color categories, so unlike some other icon applications where you can have the Google apps, games and miscellaneous for example, this actually puts them into categories of the colors. Now once you go back to the home screen of the application, you'd also have some cloud wallpapers to choose from. Now they're not the most unusual wallpapers and not necessarily the best, but it's good that you've got 11 included. You can also go ahead and request any icons that aren't currently skinned, and hopefully the developer's going to do a really good job at keeping the application up to date. So if I go ahead and put on the icons themselves, you're going to see that I got two to choose from, which I'll come back to in just a moment. Now the icons do look really nice on this lighter wallpaper, but you've got the white outline which is not going to look great on every setup. When we go into the actual application drawer, you can see that a ton of applications, including some of the popular ones like Call of Duty Mobile and Fortnite, aren't unfortunately going to be skinned, but overall if you're looking for a really nice home screen setup, this is a really great option to choose from. Now the awesome thing is that the actual guys that made the icon pack have made a dark version of the icon pack as well, and both will be linked in the description down below along with everything else in this video. Now it basically changes the lines of the icons from white to black, which in my application drawer here for example is going to look a lot nicer. If you're going to be using the Abstract Icon Pack with the white lines, I would try and use a darker theme if you've got dark mode on your device for example, but again not a ton of icons skinned currently, but if they keep up to date with actually updating the icon pack, I can see this being one of my favourite icon packs available. Next up then we have Layout from Instagram. Now this is by no means a new application or one of the best applications out there, and I know that kind of goes against the video, but it is one of the most used that I've got on my Android device for one particular reason, which I'll go into in just a moment. So when you go into the application, you've got your gallery, faces and recent pictures, and then all you need to do is select photos, and then you can go ahead and manipulate and change them as you can see just here. Now you've got a ton of different options in regards to resizing the photo, adding or taking away photos, and one of the great things is you can basically manipulate it any way that you need to get the exact layout that you might be looking for. So like I mentioned, you can go through and add as many photos as you want to, but again I wouldn't necessarily add too many because it can then look a little bit cramped for example, but if you want to add maybe 2, 3 or 4, then that's a great ratio to go by. Now you can also go ahead and manipulate the photos like I mentioned. You can pinch to zoom, you can change how big the actual sections are going to be by using the sliders as you can see on screen here, and you've got the option to mirror, flip and basically just change around the photos to basically get the layout that you want to do, hence the name of the application. A prime example of how to use this would be on my Instagram, which again is linked below, and you can see here that I've got a 2009 versus 2019 photo, and I've basically used the Instagram layout application to put the two photos on there, make it look how I want to, so that then when I upload it to Instagram, it basically only takes that one photo. You don't have to scroll through or anything like that, and again once you've made what you need to, it's very easy to share. Like I mentioned, not one of the newest applications out there, but in my opinion it is one of the top applications because I use it so regularly. Next up then is going to be LiveWall. Now this is a great live wallpaper application. You've got a ton of different live wallpapers to choose from. Some look a little bit better than others. The aspect ratio does sort itself out once you actually apply it as the wallpaper, but you've got some really nice options here to choose from if you do want that live wallpaper effect. Now some people aren't really a fan of having a moving wallpaper and think it's a little bit 2005, but if you've got the right wallpaper it can look quite nice. Now recently all of the new Samsung Galaxy S20 wallpapers got leaked, including 2 of the brand new live wallpapers, and why I like this application is you can set any video or live wallpaper that you've downloaded on your home screen. So as you can see here, I've got the brand new wallpaper from the Galaxy S20 and it looks really nice. The petals are moving ever so slightly. You've also got the color shift in the actual flower itself, so again it can look nice depending on the setup that you're going for. We've also got another live wallpaper from the S20, and both of these along with the wallpapers will be linked in the description down below. This one here does look extremely nice, and I can tell that it's going to take advantage of the brand new AMOLED screen that's coming on the new device, but it's got some really nice bubbly silver effects to it, but some really deep blacks as well. And again, if you've got a nice setup or if you want to create something a little bit more custom, then this is a great option to go by. Mojo is a great application if you want to up your Instagram stories. Basically what it does is it creates these really nice, really graphical templates, and then you can use them for your Instagram stories, and I'll explain what I mean by that in just a moment. So as you can see here, choosing a template, you've got a ton to choose from. You've got cinema, you've got a nice mirror mode, news, and you've also got some really nice, very simple effects to them as well. Now what this basically does is it actually creates a very short video that you can then upload to your Instagram story, but it looks like a photo collage that you've made professionally. So if I go ahead and choose this template just here, you've got a ton of different options in regards to what photos you want to use, if you want it to zoom in, out, and also if you want to crop it as well. So if I go through and choose a really nice bold background here, and maybe I want to, I don't know, show off my pop collection, then again it's very simple to do so, and then as you can see here, this is exactly what it's going to look like. As I mentioned, you've got the option to edit and change it if you need to, but then this is basically what you're going to have, but in a video form. So once you go through and save it, it's basically going to render out the video. Now one thing that I would say is when you upload it to Instagram, it does drop a little bit of frames every now and then, but it's still a really great way to have a slightly unique version of an Instagram story, as opposed to just putting up a standard photo, which is kind of what Instagram's for anyway. So this is what it's going to look like when you actually upload it onto your Instagram story. As you can see, it's got a little bit of lag to it, and I'm hoping that's something that they can work out moving forward if they keep working on the application. Now you can still go ahead and edit the story as you want to, so if you want to add any text, stickers or anything like that, then you can do, but like I mentioned, this looks way better than just uploading a standard photo, which again is what I might have done beforehand. Now you can also get the Pro version, which I would not recommend. At the moment you can get 1 month for around £9 and 12 months for $39.99, which at that price is actually 60% off. Now I don't think the application's worth it for that, but you can get a 3 free-day trial, or you can choose the free version, which has enough in it to keep your stories still looking unique. And then lastly we have Splash Drops, and you knew I had to do it for 2020. This is an Unsplash client application. So Unsplash is a really great website with a ton of different wallpapers to choose from that you can download and use, and this is a really great application to view them and download them. So you can see that you've got a couple of different view options in regards to a grid or a list, and you've then also got a search function. So for instance, gaming is then going to bring up all of the gaming pictures on the Unsplash client. Now you can't change anything like the download quality like you can with some other Unsplash applications, but as you can see here, swiping up from the bottom gives you all the information with regards to the camera it was taken with, and also some of the camera settings, and then allowing you to actually save the wallpaper itself. Now you can't pinch to zoom or anything like that, there's no dark mode for the application, and you can't change the quality like you can in some other apps for raw quality for example, but if you're looking for a very simple Unsplash client application, then again this is probably one of the better looking ones out there. Now if they can add some of those features that I just mentioned were missing from the application, this may actually be my go-to wallpaper app in regards to using an Unsplash client, but at the moment it can do with a little bit of work. But if you do want to check it out, then it's one of the best ways to find and also experience some really nice wallpapers with a Discover tab, which has a ton of different options to go through, from nature, animals, cities, mountains. You've got a ton of different options options and very high quality wallpapers to choose from. And that's going to do it, guys, for this video on the top applications for January 2020. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I'm also going to have linked in the description below my top games for January. So again, if you want to check out some really awesome games, that will be linked just below that like button. Now, if you guys have any applications that you want me to take a look at in the future, let me know in the comments section down below or on Twitter at Copper vs Glass. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up down below would be appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, now is a great time to do so. And once you're subscribed, turn on that notification bell so you're notified anytime that I post a new video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.